football fans. Welcome back to the channel, your weekly dose of everything football, served fresh with passion, analysis, and a sprinkle of banter. It's been a wild week in the world of football, so let's dive right into it. Let's start with Barcelona. They were held to a 1-1 draw by Real Betis at home. Gavi scored early, but Betis hit back and the game ended all square. Despite dominating possession, Barca couldn't find the winner. That result leaves them 4 points ahead of Real Madrid in the La Liga table. Coach Hansi Flick stayed calm, saying they've got a game in hand and more points, but the pressure is definitely on. There was also a bit of drama. Rafinha wasn't happy after being subbed off. He had a tense moment with Flick and even shoved Ter Stegen during a heated exchange. It didn't make the referee's report, so no suspension is expected, but it shows the tension inside the squad. Meanwhile, Real Madrid slipped up again, losing 2-1 to Valencia at the Bernabeu. That's 8 goals conceded in their last 3 home games. With their defense in shambles and key players injured, Madrid's title hopes are hanging by a thread. Looking ahead, the La Liga title race is getting intense. Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid all have huge fixtures coming up, including El Clasico on May 11th and the Copa del Rey final on April 26th. Everything is still up for grabs. Let's jump over to the Premier League now. Liverpool were stunned by Fulham, losing 3-2. Fulham scored 3 times in 14 minutes, and even though McAllister and Diaz tried to spark a comeback, it wasn't enough. Klopp's men looked flat, and this loss could seriously hurt their title hopes. Arsenal picked up a solid win earlier this week and are staying right in the hunt. City, as always, are lurking just behind. That title race is going to go down to the wire. Now let's talk Champions League. The quarter-finals are set and the matchups are fire. Arsenal take on Real Madrid, youth versus experience, structure versus chaos. It's going to be a battle. Bayern face Inter Milan in what should be a heavyweight showdown. Lautaro's in form, but Bayern are always dangerous. PSG go up against Aston Villa, and credit to Villa, by the way, for making it this far. But realistically, PSG should go through, especially with Dembele on fire. Barcelona play Dortmund. On paper, Barca are favourites, but Dortmund can cause trouble if they're underestimated. Right now, I've got Arsenal winning the whole thing. Their defence is rock solid, they press like madmen, and if they get past Madrid, the momentum could carry them all the way. Quick shout out to the US women's national team. They beat Brazil 2-0 in a friendly with goals from Trinity Rodman and Lindsay Heaps. Looking sharp ahead of international tournaments. Rafinha currently leads the Champions League in goals with 11, but Dembele is chasing with 7. If PSG go deep, he could absolutely steal the Golden Boot. What we're seeing now is a shift in European football. The traditional giants like Madrid and Bayern are looking shaky, while clubs like Arsenal, Inter, and PSG are rising fast. This weekend, don't miss Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, they need a response. In La Liga, Atletico take on Girona in a sneaky big game for the top 4. Napoli versus Juventus is always spicy in Serie A. And of course, the Champions League matches next week are must-watch. That's your full football breakdown for the week. Like, subscribe, and drop your predictions in the comments. Who's winning the Champions League? Can Barca hold on to the title? And is Liverpool done? Catch you next week. Peace.